What's up, everybody? My name is Raheem Escalai, and this is episode 233 of 4 and 3 Sports Talk. Straight power rankings. This entire episode is dedicated to winter sports and high school and student athletes in Western Massachusetts. Good to have you here. We have rankings in the 40s, rankings in the 40s, should I say, for both the girls and boys basketball. So get set, get ready for these. They're all coming for you, and not just for basketball. We have multiple sports here. Now, it's still a bit early as far as evaluating players, teams as a whole. What we've seen so far from basketball, from the girls and the boys, respectively. So as far as strength of schedule, in regards to the specific schools, that has not yet been included in this. These power rankings are simply record-based, win and loss. A little motivation for everybody who's involved in the scene, and it puts your school out there as well. Win and loss a record, not strength of schedule. I understand what certain people will say when they see certain teams in different positions in which they think should have been higher. You might want to say, oh, this is not to be taken seriously or whatever, or, take the sport seriously and get back into coaching if you want to make comments on this. Anyway, so we're going to start with boys basketball, right? Number one, I have the Wacona Warriors, who are 6-0 currently at this point. Pioneer Valley checks in for number 2 at 5-0. Drury High School is number 3 at 5-2. Belchertown is number 4, and they're 4-0. Ludlow checks in at number 5. They are 4-0, and here's where it gets a little close. A lot of teams with the same records piling in here. Taconic and Hoosick are both 4-1, checking in at spots number 6 and 7. Westside Terriers are 4-2. They're number 8. Number 9 are the Frontier Redhawks at 4-2. Number 10 are the Central Golden Eagles at 3-0. Again, remember, record-based wins and losses. Because there's no doubt in my mind, which is probably no doubt in a lot of people watching this episode, or if you've stayed to this point, that the Central Golden Eagles are the best team in Western Massachusetts high school basketball, and most likely on the girls' side as well. But again, just go with the flow, right? Pope Francis, number 11, 3-0. Holyoke and Granby check in at 12 and 13. They're 3-0 as well. Now, teams 14 through 17 are all 3-1. And they go like this. Number 14, Bay State Academy Bulls. Shout out to Coach Dion Bird. Yes, sir. They're 3-1. Hopkins is 3-1 at number 15. East Long Meadow and Coach Brendan Abad. We see you, sir. They check in at number 16. Sabbath, who is probably the second best team in Western Massachusetts, when you include other stats, strength of schedules, things like that. So there's no doubt there, just like there's no doubt in Central either. Anyway, yes, so Sabbath checks in at 17. The next 3 teams are 3-2, and they are Mount Greylock at 18, Amherst at 19, and Agawam Brownies check in at 20. Number 21, Lennox is 3-3. Number 22, Mount Everett's 3-4. The number 23 team are the Smith Folk Vikings. They're 2-0. And the following 2 teams are 2-1, McCann Tech and Hampshire. Westfield Tech is 2-2, and so is Monument Mountain. They check in at 25 and 26. Mayhar is 2-3, and so is Minnechaug. They check in at 27 and 28. Franklin Tech is 2-4. They check in at number 29. SciTech Cybercats, shout out to my guy, Coach Rivera. They check in at 30 with a record of 1-0. Number 31, Lee, they're 1-2. South Hadley's 1-2. Munson is 1-2. They check in at 32, 33. Ware is also 1-2. They check in at 34. The Athol Bears and Pittsfield check in at 35 and 36. They're 1 and 3. Long Meadow Lancers are 1 and 4 at 37. Palmer's 1 and 5 at 38. East Hampton is number 39th, 0 and 4, and Chicopee Comp is 0 and 5. The 40th team in the boys' high school basketball power rankings, 0 and 5. Doesn't look like they're going to get to 1 and 5 this week anyway. Moving on to high school basketball for the ladies. Let's go. Number 1 is probably a clear-cut favorite, even though there may be some arguments because I'm sure the not everyone agrees on the same thing. But Wacona, number 1, 7 and 1. Those ladies are dominant. 2 and 3 teams check in as the Amherst Hurricanes 5 and 0 and East Hampton Eagles also 5 and 0. Hoosick, number 4, 5 and 1. Now the 5th and 6th spots are Agawam, Brownies, and Northampton, and they both check in at 4 and 1. Sorry for the Palmer's 4 and 2 at the 8th spot. Sabas is 3 and 0 at number 9, and the Holyoke Purple Knights are also 3 and 0. They check in as the 10th team on the girls' power rankings. St. Mary's 3 and 0 at 11. Hampton Charter School of Science East is 3 and 0 as well at number 12, but I predict that they might lose later this week. We have to check in for the rest of the episodes. Anyway, Frontier Redhawks 3 and 1, they're 13th. Franklin Tech's 3 and 1, also they're 14th. Drury and South Hadley are 15th and 16th at 3 and 2. West Springfield Terriers are 3 and 3 at 17th. Central Golden Eagles are 2 and 0 at 18. So is Lee, Duggan, Chicopee, and they round out the 19th, 20, and 21st spots, all at 2 and 0. Taconic and Southwick are 2 and 2. So is Monument Mountain and Smith Academy, along with Mohawk Trail, Chicopee Comp, and those teams are the 22 spots all the way until 26. So 27, Chicopee Comp is 2 and 2. Hampshire 23, they're 2 and 3. There are the 28th spot. Mayhar's 2 and 4 at 29. Greenfield, the same record at 30th. Renaissance is 1 and 0. Pathfinder's 1 and 1. They are the 32nd team. Bay State Academy 1 and 2, and so is Minnechaug at 1 and 2. And teams 36 through 39 all check in at 1 and 2. They are Lennox, Pope Francis, Athol, and McCann Tech. The 40th team in the girls' rankings are Pioneer Valley. They're 1 and 3. And honestly, there are still 18 schools left. 4 or 5 of which hold the same record at 1 and 3. Mount Everett's 1 and 4. Ludlow's 1 and 6. Commerce, Pioneer Valley Christians, Sci-Tech, Pioneer Valley Chinese Immersion Charter School, Smithfolk, Putnam, Westfield Tech, Westfield, East Longmeadow, Ware, and Hamden Charter School of Science West are all winless. And that is it for the high school basketball girls side. Boys ice hockey, number 1, Ludlow, they're 4 and 0. West Springfield is number 2 at 4 and 2. Westfield's 4 and 3 at the 3rd spot. Longmeadow 3 and 1 at number 4. Minnechaug and Greenfield are 5 and 6 at 3 and 2. Chicopee number 7, 2 and 3. Amherst 2, 3 and 1 at the 8th spot. East Hampton is 2 and 2 at number 9. Belchertown 2 and 1 at number 10. Chicopee Comp and Pope Francis are both 1 and 0 at 11 and 12. Drury is 1 and 1. South Hadley is 1 and 1, a win, loss, and tie at number 14. Agawam 1 and 3 at 15. Mount Everett 0 and 2. East Longmeadow 0 and 2 at 16 and 17. 18 is the Wacona Warriors 0 and 3. Southwick is 0 and 4 as the 19th team. Those are the rankings for boys ice hockey. Girls swimming, we have Holyoke at number 1, 3 and 0. Belchertown 3 and 0 at number 2. East Longmeadow 3 and 1 at 3. Minnechaug and Ludlow 2 and 0 at 4 and 5. Agawam 2 and 1 at 6. Northampton 2 and 1 at 7. Munson 2 and 3 at 8. Amherst 1 and 0 at 9. And Longmeadow is 1 and 1 at 10. And those are the rankings for girls swimming. And we have, finally, boys swimming. We have a top 10 for you guys. And it goes like this. Belchertown and Westfield are 1 and 2 at 3-0. 3 and 4 are Agawam and Holyoke. East Longmeadow number 5, 3 and 1. Minnechaug 2 and 0. Chicopee 2 and 0, and Renaissance also at 2 and 0. They are 6, 7 and 8. Number 9, Wacona Warriors 2 and 1, and the Amherst Hurricanes are 1 and 0. And that does it for episode 233 of the Powerrahnkings episode. Love you all. Wish you nothing but health, wealth, and success. Shout out to my Central Golden Eagles. Shout out to my Bay State Academy Bulls. Love you all. Wish you nothing but health, wealth, and success. And we'll see you for episode 234, which should be ready for you later on today. Have a good one.